Hi, yogis. This is a strength and core focused Hatha yoga class. Now we're going to start lying on our backs. Once you're lying down on your back, bring your feet together and flex your ankle. On an exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Squeeze that knee in close, either holding the shin or the knee or even the back of the thigh. Stretch long through your left leg, pressing your heel away from your hip and pulling your left toes up towards your left knee. Make sure your left knee is pointing up straight away from the mat, not rolling out towards the floor on the left. Sink your shoulders down, broaden in the chest, and each time you breathe out, hug your thigh in closer to the right ribs. And now change sides, stretching right leg straight next to your left leg and bringing the left leg up, hugging in close. Again, you can hold the back of the thigh or the knee or the shin or even on the ankle. But press those shoulders down and stretch through that right leg as if you're trying to make the leg longer by pressing the heel away from you. Pull the right toes up towards your body and keep the right knee pointing straight up. Sinking the elbows, sinking the arm bones. Stretch your left leg out on the ground next to your right leg. And now bending your knees up. Keep your feet together. Slide your lower back forwards towards your heels. So the lower back is flat on the ground. You feel your pelvis tilt back towards your body. Now you're going to keep that. Do not let the lower back lift off the mat. Lift your knees. Bring your knees in towards your chest and press the shoulders down with the palms on the ground. Make sure your lower back is on the ground. If you've got an arch in the lower spine that's really deep, you've got to work harder to press that lower spine flat into the mat. Okay, now we're going to work with the breath. On an in-breath, stretch your legs forwards at a diagonal angle. Keep feet together. On an out-breath, bring your knees to your chest. Move nice and slow and don't let those knees part. In-breath to extend. Exhale to hug in. Make sure that you press your lower back firmly into the floor as the legs extend. Exhale to squeeze in. Inhale to stretch, shoulders down. Exhale, knees to chest. Keep going in your own time. And you really want to watch these shoulders, guys. Keep them flat on the floor. Keep them pressing down away from the chest. Try not to take your legs up too high or too low. So 45-degree angle to the floor. In breath to extend. Exhale to bring in. Back flat on the ground as you stretch the legs out. Don't let the knees and the feet part. Keep them pressing in towards each other. One more time. Extend. And when you bring your knees to chest, you can hold your knees or your shins, hug them in tight. From here, dropping your feet to the floor again, feet a little bit apart. Bring your right ankle to the left knee and then lift your left foot off the ground. Either stretch your legs straight up or keep the knee bent. That's your choice. But make sure that this right ankle is nice and flexed. Don't flop your foot. Holding onto that left leg with your hands if you can. If you can't, you can have a belt or a strap around the thigh and hold onto the strap. Press the shoulders back and down towards the floor. Keep the right knee moving forwards. And make sure you're not leaning more to the right or to the left. It's usually to the right with the left foot as it is. Center in the mid-spine. Keep sinking the shoulders down. Now, keep your right leg where it is. Do not take your right foot to the ground yet. Drop the left foot down to the floor first, then take the right foot down. Change over, left ankle to right thigh. Flex your left ankle. Lift the right foot off the ground. Hold the right thigh or shin. Your knee can be bent or you can lift the leg up straight. Feel the shoulders become heavy and feel the arm bones sink. Don't let the left foot sleep. Keep the foot active, pulling your left toes back towards your knee. Now keep the left foot where it is. Bend the right knee if it's straight. Take your right foot to the ground and then drop the left foot down to the floor. From here, we're going to lift the legs up to 90 degrees. Maybe you can stretch your legs straight, maybe you can't, doesn't matter. Arms are down, palms on the ground, shoulders flat on the floor. Like the last time, you keep your lower back flat on the floor. We're going to lift and lower each leg alternately. So one leg is always up. As you breathe out, taking the leg down. As you breathe in, lifting up, and then taking the opposite leg down and up. And maybe you want to do opposite breath. In breath to lower, exhale to lift. That's fine. Keep squeezing shoulders down and do not let your lower back come off the ground. Don't touch the floor with your foot, just hovering slightly above the ground. Keep your knees pointing in the direction of your face. Don't twist them out to the side. Squeezing the inner thighs, squeezing the inner calves. Still pressing the lower back down. Don't arch the spine. Moving with control. Don't go too quickly. Press the shoulders and arms down again. Next time your legs point up, hug your knees into your chest again. And now from here, we're going to rock up. When you come up, placing feet on the floor together, knees together, with the knees bent, and we're going to lean back onto forearms with elbows under shoulders. I want you to take those shoulders all the way back, and now try to flatten your lower back onto the floor. So you're going to tilt your pelvis back. Try and get the lower back on the ground. It might not touch, that's okay. And from here, we're going to lift legs up to 45-degree angle again. From here, we're going to bend one knee and lower the other leg. Don't touch the ground. Lifting up, both legs straight. Other knee bends, other leg lowers. Okay, keep going. Exhale to lower, inhale to lift, or inhale to lower, exhale to lift. Keep trying to press your lower back to the ground. Don't go too fast. Don't lift the legs too high. Keep tucking your belly button back towards your ribs. Keep breathing. And then check in with that neck. Don't let the neck tense. Squeeze those pelvic floor muscles tight. One more to each side. And then dropping feet to the ground and lifting all the way up. Stretch your legs out in front of you. And we're going to take a twist, bending the right knee up. Step right foot over the left thigh. Flex the left ankle. And with each in-breath, lift up taller through the top of your head. Turning forwards, take the right leg straight, bend the left knee up and step left foot over right thigh. Circle around to the other side. Press the right heel forward and pull your toes back towards your body. And twisting yourself, stretch your left leg out again. And now we're going to bend those knees again, feet together, and we're going to come into a boat pose. Now, guys, I want you to keep your knees bent, and if you need to, you hook your fingers into the back of the knee. It's really important when you do a boat pose that you keep this lower back part of your body flat. Don't lean back into the spine like that. Press the chest forwards when you lift the feet, okay? That's really, really important. It's been shown in studies that particularly with women, because we don't have as stronger muscles in our pelvis as men do, that we can really injure our lower backs by rounding and sinking into the lower spine. So make sure that you're lifting out of that lower back. So you hold into the backs of your knees if you need to, right? So we don't want to round the spine, back nice and flat, chest up high. Holding the knees will help you to get that. If you're feeling super strong and you're able to keep the back flat, you can take your arms parallel. And now what we're going to do is we're going to keep the knees and the feet, the knees together and the shins parallel to the floor. And now we're going to lift and lower one calf. So you lift and then bring your foot down. And you lift and you bring your foot down. Knees stay touching. Back stays flat. If you need to, you bring your fingers just lightly to the backs of the knees, That's not really going to make it easier. It just helps you to keep the alignment. So moving with the breath always. Stretch through the sides of the neck. Keep the elbows lifting. Moving with control. Don't hold the breath. One more to each side. And then feet to the ground. Coming into crossed ankles. Lift your heart and take a twist around to the right. Lengthen up from the hip to the ribs. And then lift your ribs up higher. Untwisting yourself. Change the cross of the ankles the other way around. And on an exhale, twist to the opposite side. Again, lifting up with the ribs, growing yourself up taller each time you breathe in. Circling yourself forwards again. Now opening your legs out into a V. Bring your left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Keep the right toes pointing up and tip forwards onto your hands. Coming up, open the left leg, flex the ankle, and bring right foot in. As you go onto hands, press the hips back and down into the floor. And lifting up. So open the right leg, bring the legs in, and come onto hands and knees. Moving into your cats and cows. Parallel your shins behind your knees. Point the toes straight to the back of the mat as you roll. Full extension of the spine. And then into your full flexion, moving with breath. We're coming back into flat spine. From here, arms forward, puppy pose, baby down dog. Walking back up onto palms. We're going to go into downwards facing dog. Taking your feet forwards to your hands, sink down over thighs. We move into a couple of sun salutations. With an inhale, come all the way up. On your exhale, bringing hands to chest. As you breathe in, reach back up again. On the out breath, forward fold. Half lift on an inhale. Keep breathing, taking yourself back to downwards facing dog. On an inhale, come to plank. Exhale, down. On your in-breath, curl up either into cobra or into upwards facing dog. Making your way back to down dog. Squeeze down into your heels. Dropping knees to the floor. We're going to come down to sitting. Legs out in front of you. Knees together and bent. Feet together. We're coming into our boat pose. So again, you don't want to round it back. And I know my back looks quite flat right now, but we want to lift up even more out of the lower back. Try and keep this kind of action when you're in your boat pose, right? So hook fingers into the back of the knees, lift your chest, and then lift your shins parallel to the floor. Please, guys, don't do this with straight legs. As I said earlier, straight legs, you're going to put a lot of strain in your lower back. So either keep holding the knees, and you're not holding on tight, you're just gently resting the fingers in the back of the leg, in the crease of the knee. Gives a little bit of a mental support more than anything. Or if you want to, you can reach your arms parallel to the floor. Don't slump into that lower spine. Lift up out of the lower back again. And then feet to the ground. Hands back behind you. Take your shoulders back towards your spine and lift your sternum. Don't slump down into the lower back again. Shoulders back, chest forward. Fingers are pointing towards the back of the mat behind you. Now, bring the knees together, feet together. You're going to keep those knees together. Lift your left calf and hold it there. Don't round into the lower back. Don't drop your left knee lower than your right knee. Slowly take left foot down next to your right foot. Keep the knees together and lift the right leg. Hold it there. Shoulders move back. Lowering right foot next to left foot. Keep the knees together. Lift the left leg. Keep lifting your chest high. Slowly taking left foot down. And the other side. Lift the right leg. Keep the knees touching and in line with each other. Shoulders back. Sternum up high. Taking right foot down. We're going back into our boat pose. Fingers hooked to backs of knees. Lift up out of the lower back. And then lift your feet. Keep the knees bent. Usually when people stretch the legs straight, they tend to lift the legs too high anyway. If you can, you reach your arms forward. You can turn the palms up to get the external rotation in the shoulders and the upper arms to help you lift your chest. Taking feet to the floor, knees stay together, hands back behind you, point your fingers back. Keep the knees touching, lift the left calf and foot. Don't let the shoulders hunch forwards. Knees stay on the same level. Dropping that left foot down And lift the right leg. Hold it there. Thighs on the same level as each other as well. Taking the right foot down. Change. Take the left leg up. Lift the chest again. Take the left foot to the ground next to the right foot. Then lift the right leg. Take right foot down. Knees are still together. One more time to each side. Lift your heart a little bit higher. Stay out of the sacrum. Keep lifting out of your lumbar spine. And keep breathing. Taking the left foot down. Last one to the other side. Knees and thighs still in line with each other. Lift your heart. Squeeze the shoulders back. And then foot down. Bringing your hands forward. Stretch your legs out in front of you. We're going into Jana Shashasana. Left foot to inside of the right thigh. Reach forwards and fold. Soften into chest. Soften into upper back. And relax your shoulders. Don't look back at your chest or your pelvis. Look forwards towards your right foot, or if you're all the way down, you look straight down at the ground under your nose. Don't tuck your chin into your throat. And coming up, take the left leg straight. Bring right foot to inside of left thigh. Flex the left ankle as you fold to the other side. Lengthen the heart forwards. Again, you're not looking back towards your body. Look towards your shin or towards your ankle or toes. And lifting all the way up. Stretching your right leg out in front of you. And now we're going to take feet or heels to the edges of your mat. Reach forward for shins or for the edges of the feet or your heels. Just like your previous pose, lengthen the chest forward to help your back flatten out. And don't look back at your chest, either looking straight down to the ground, under your face, or if you're a little bit higher, you're going to look forwards towards that midpoint between the two heels. And then coming up, we bring the legs in, Make your way down onto your back. And when you're ready, stretching the legs out, closing eyes, coming to your Shavasana. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. The expansion of the ribs sideways as you breathe in. The drawing in of the ribs and sinking down as you breathe out. Feel your shoulders become really heavy. Each out breath dropping deeper and deeper into shoulders, upper back, middle back, and lower back. Breathing the whole body heavy. Relax the hands and fingers. Relax the hands and fingers. Relax the feet and the toes. And now start to feel the fingers and toes. Gently move them around. Start to wake up the ends of your body. Circle your wrists and your ankles, or pedal the feet. And gently roll your head from left to right. Taking a nice long full breath. Stretch your arms out over your head. Reach into your toes. Bringing knees to chest or bending the knees and rolling them from side to side. Either rolling onto one side or gently making your way up, rocking forwards to sitting. May our minds be open to the divine light that guides us. May our hearts be open to the divine love that surrounds us. May the angels keep us. and bless us and bring us joy. Namaste.